Good evening, ma'am. Before we proceed to our interview, allow me to introduce our team. So first of all, I am Nixon De Capitano, together with my teammates, PCIS Cartagena, Jeremy Unod, and Patrick James Johnson. We are the third-year students of Northern Bukidnon State College under the program of Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, major in Financial Management. We are currently taking the course of Science, Technology, and Society, and in line to this, we are tasked to conduct an activity entitled Interview with an Expert in STS. And it is our privilege to have you here as our guest now, and we are looking forward to the success of this interview. So thank you so much for your participation.
So, good evening everyone. I am Ate Gina Calaban, a graduate from University of Science and Technology of Southern Philippines, also known as the STP. I am a graduate from PS in Environmental Science, major in Natural Resources and I currently celebrate my 1 year of service in LGU Livorno yesterday.
So without further ado, ma'am, let's proceed now to the question and answer portion of this session. And we have prepared here a set of questions to be asked by each one of us. And Miss Jeremy will be the first to ask the question.
Here's our first question, ma'am. How has the information age impacted environmental science throughout the years?
I think information age impacted environmental science throughout the years by enhancing the coping mechanism of getting solutions of the environmental problems in our environment.
What are specific examples of how information technology enhances environmental research and sustainable solutions?
Specific examples are so the specific examples of our information technology enhanced environmental research and sustainability solutions is that we created technologies that makes everything simple, makes our living simple, and though there are negative impacts in making the certain technologies, but we should look more on the brighter side, which is helping us attain sustainable environment, or just like what I have said on the question number 1, it helps us communicate for a better solutions of coping in helping our environment be sustainable.
This is our third question. What role do you see emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence and remote sensing playing in advancing environmental science and addressing environmental challenges?
I think remote sensing is part of AI or artificial intelligence. Remote sensing plays in advancing environmental science and addressing environmental challenges, such as I don't know if you know that we environmental science have a course called GIS, or I forgot the actual term, but we use remote sensing like maps in identifying the environmental problems, like if asa ang kanang daghan o kanang it helps kanang makita naman kung unsay changes sa environment o kanang nga lugar throughout the years daghang kahoy. Then pagka pila ka years kang gamay na lang kung sa illegal logging or activities nga makangkos o kanang maka-biodiversity loss. Ayan.
In what ways can the information age address pressing environmental issues like climate change and biodiversity loss, and how can society make the most of these opportunities?
In what ways can the information age address pressing environmental issues like climate change and biodiversity loss? I think information age, since communication is very high tech nowadays, it helps spread awareness of the climate change and biodiversity loss. Though information age has information technology that has been made is one of the major contributors of the climate change, but it also enhances the coping ability of the environment, because we build technologies that help assess or mitigate the problems, like for example climate change. Excuse me. For example, we make use of what is made gikan sa atong environment. We now use what do you call that? Satellites. Information age helps address pressing environmental issues like climate change and biodiversity loss by making it easy to spread awareness of what is happening in our global type or global environment. Help information age help address pressing environmental issues like climate change and biodiversity loss by making it easy for us to communicate the environmental problems and spreading awareness of the climate change and biodiversity loss. And some technologies now are helping make it easy for us to press immediate solutions in biodiversity loss and climate change. And how can society make the most of these opportunities is by taking it positively, because we all know, or some of us know, that technologies are one of the major contributors of climate change. By making technologies, we use up environmental materials, but let us look on the brighter side, which is it helps the society build more jobs, help us create jobs. It helps create jobs, and it helps making life easier.
The last question, ma'am. Regarding technology's rapid evolution, how can we balance its advantages with ethical environmental responsibilities in the context of environmental science and sustainability?
I think regarding technology's rapid evolution, it's all about mitigating and making use of the environmental materials correctly, and using it in a right manner of conduct. I think environmental responsibilities in the context of environmental science and sustainability. And the technology's rapid evolution really helps a lot in terms of expanding science, but though nasa negative sides, walang balance or rin sa paggamit. We create, but we should give back to the environment then dapat dapat ang technologies na ma-create for the future dapat kay for more on helping to sustain the environmental aspects, which is helping battle climate change, biodiversity loss. Yan na dapat ang mga technologies, not just for the good of the people, but for our environment also.
And thank you so much for your very informative response to our questions. It is good to hear your perspective and insights about this topic. And rest assured, ma'am, that your response will significantly contribute to the success of our activity and for our studies. And before this session ends, ma'am, please accept our token as a sign of our gratitude and appreciation for your participation in this interview and for sharing your knowledge. Thank you so much.
Thank you also for this wonderful opportunity for making me express my thoughts and opinions about the information age and environmental science or science, technology, and society.
Thank you.